This is the point in the show where I welcome somebody with some serious clout. Not that you guys don't have that, but this is somebody that I want to learn from, and I know that you will too. And starting off series 2 is one half of the podcasting hit, the Declutter Hub, Ingrid Jansen. She's spent 12 years helping people find power over their possessions. Welcome, Ingrid. Hello. Take a seat. It's so great to have you here, Ingrid. Thank you for joining us.
Nice to meet you.
Meet Lee, meet Jade. Now, I am very au fait with decluttering. You know, most people to relax watch Netflix or they meditate. I empty the kitchen cupboard on the floor, pack it all back in with a nifty label system. So
Perfect.
I'm your girl, I get it. But for anyone else that doesn't know or understand what you do, tell us a little bit about who you are.
I'm a professional declutterer and organizer, have been for 12, 13 years or so, have decluttered over 1,400 different rooms and areas.
Wow.
And I actually work in people's homes, so with the client one-to-one decluttering, but I also have a membership with my business partner Leslie called the Declutter Hub, and that's where the podcast comes in.
Right, okay. So 12 years of decluttering, that's a long time.
Yes.
You must have come across some really weird and wonderful things that you found in that time.
I love my job. It's the best job in the whole wide world, I think. But yes, I found some interesting things. I think mainly one of the one that stands out is really the one that I helped a lady declutter. Mm-hmm. And she said, when we started, Ingrid, I have nothing from my dad. My dad's passed away. I have nothing. Everything we're going to find from him, I want to keep. And I went, of course, not a problem. So we created a drawer. And then at one point, we came across his picture of him with the Queen.
Right.
And his World War II medals as well, so that was very special.
So sentimental and nostalgic.
It is, yeah. Of course I find, a wedding ring and a passport and a bracelet that's missing and all of those things, but I think it's the sentimental items that people think are lost.
Yeah.
Those are the special moments.
Well, that happened to me when my grandma passed. My mum inherited a ring, and then she was supposed to give it to us when we turned 18. Yeah. And out of all my brothers and sisters, I was the chaotic one. And my mum was like, "You're not having that ring at 18 because you're not responsible." And I was like, "Yes, I am. Yes, I am." Got the ring, lost it. And I had to keep lying to my mum about why I wasn't wearing it, and it was just getting worse and worse. And I decluttered, and I found the ring at the back of a drawer. It was bent, so I had to get it all bent back in the right shape. Yeah. But I found it, and I was living in a flat share, like a house share. I rented the bedroom, and there's 5 other people, and I had obviously accused every single person in that flat share of stealing that ring. But yeah, it is amazing. You find things that you thought you lost. Yeah. And like you said, you help people because, I'm sort of joking about it helps me relax. But there is also a more serious side for some people with OCD or hoarding and sort of, falling behind and not getting on top of things. Like, it must be quite rewarding as well.
It's very. A lot of people think that I just put stuff in a bin bag. But it's so much more than that, because the people that I work with are overwhelmed. They feel anxious. They are stressed. They don't know where to start. And I think when you can help them just create a bit of space in their home, you also create space in people's minds and in their hearts and in their diary, and it's so satisfying.
Yeah, so relieving for those people. Yeah. How did you get into this kind of thing?
I'm actually a trained hotelier, so I was supposed to work in hotels. I did do hotel housekeeping, and then I had my 2 children, and I said to my husband, what shall I do? What's my next step? I cannot work all these hours in hotels. And he and my friend said, you're very organized, Ingrid. Why don't you help other people get organized? And I went, that's not a thing. And I Googled it, way back when. Yeah. And actually, professional organizer came out, and I was like, wow. Yeah. This is actually a job I can do, and it's just...
And full of fulfillment, because like you said, you're helping other people.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're helping other people through the decluttering, but like you said, you've now actually expanded and you're doing your podcast. Very excited about this. You started the podcast with your friend and fellow organizer, Leslie Spellman.
Yes.
It's called the Declutter Hub. How do you take decluttering into a podcast? Because that's audio, isn't it? So
yes.
How does it work?
Well, we both are professional organizers. Leslie's up in Manchester, I'm in London, but we really loved working together. And we said, let's take it online, because there's so many people who want to work with us but can't because of the locations where we are. So let's do something online. And that's how the podcast got started, and we haven't looked back. I mean...
What kind of guests do you have on them?
Oh, we've got... we normally do once a month a guest, and we have professional organizers that come that do a topic, for example, about photo organizing or ADHD.
Yeah.
We have people that have a show about hoarding in America.
Oh, yeah. They're my favorite kind of shows.
Oh, it's amazing. And
Yeah.
we've got loads of different people, but we also have our members from our membership that share their story.
Oh, so they're actual clients.
Yes.
Oh, that's quite an interesting perspective.
That's very nice.
Yeah. And there's become this real passion now. Like it's gone worldwide with, you know, decluttering. We've got Mrs. Hinch with her cleaning.
Yes.
Like people are showing on social how they're organising their lives and their house.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's gone so worldwide and such a big passion?
I think it's just grown. Like in the olden days, when I just started, nobody wanted to tell anybody that they had a professional organizer in. But I think so many more people are seeing the benefit of being more organized. It doesn't mean you have to get a skip in and throw everything out, but it's also about finding a place for everything in its place, and that you save so much time and energy and money.
Yeah.
Do you know the Welsh have an expression for what you just said? The everything has its place and a place for everything, and the expression is lle bopeth y phopeth yn ei le.
Don't make me repeat that. That's not my job.
But yeah, they have that expression. It's like, it's so important. It's such an important thing in the Welsh language that they have a thing for it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what side of the fence. You've said you're a tidy person.
Love it. Yeah, love to
tidy.
Yeah, I guess potentially with OCD with certain things. I like a tidy workspace and a tidy house, and yeah.
I'm chaos.
Quite organised, yeah.
Oh, do you have like man drawers full of stuff?
I'm just chaos. It takes a village to keep this girl going. And my mum is just like you, and the amount of times she's had to turn up to my house and sort me out, because I like having stuff. I chuck it all in, and then I'm off for a week doing something. So yeah, I'm chaos.
Okay, well you guys need to swap numbers.
I'd be a great project for you.
We're actually flooded with questions when we put this out on social media. So let's start. We've got a question here. It says, where to begin when you have to move house and everything is in boxes?
Yes, so I'm assuming this question is about an unpacking of a house?
Yes, yeah.
So first of all, very important, you make sure you get the bed set up so everybody can sleep.
Okay.
You need to make sure that the laundry room is working, or wherever your washing machine is, that the washing can go on, and that your kitchen is set up.
Right.
Those are the most important rooms. And then of course you go to clothing, and then you go to toys and books and all of those kind of bigger other items that are more kind of making the house look nice. But it's important to get the kitchen up and running so you can have breakfast, lunch and dinner again, and don't have to kind of rely on takeout for days on end.
Yeah, the essentials.
Yes.
I've got a little confession to make. I moved house just before the lockdown, so that's 4 years ago. Still got 2 boxes in my garage that I haven't opened or unpacked.
Yeah, that's normal.
It is?
That's normal,
Okay,
yes,
all right, okay.
yes. But some people would say, oh, well, you haven't looked at it for 4 years, just throw it away. I disagree with that.
Yeah.
Just when you have time, take the time and open it up and look through it. And it might be that you can let it go, but it might be things that you thought, actually, that's amazing. I'm really glad I found this.
Or stuff I've been blaming everyone else that they've stolen it. You know, that is my track record. You know? Okay, I'm going to unpack that when I go home. This is a good one. Should you get rid of clothing if you've not worn it after a few months, but what if it was expensive?
No.
Okay.
I don't agree with the fact that if you haven't worn it for a year or 6 months or however long they say, that you just get rid of it. You need to look at the items that you want to keep and the items you feel good in, that you like wearing, and those are the clothes that you wear probably 80% of the time. They need to live in the wardrobe, and then you go and look, okay, what else have I got left?
Right.
What can go? So I really work from a positive point of view, what you want to keep instead of what do you want to declutter.
Yeah, I think that's much more eco-friendly as well, because you know, the fast fashion industry, when you look into it, is frightening.
Yeah.
And I know with me and my friends, we'll try and do like a swap shop, or there's great websites you can actually sell your clothes online and then buy something new once you've sold yours, and sort of in and out replace things like that. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. This one is, I'm going to ask this on behalf of all parents around the world, myself included. The kids' toys, where do I start?
Yes. So there's a couple of things that are important. Visibility is important. So when the kids are small, toys need to be low to the ground. So don't put stuff high up because they can't reach it. They won't play with it.
Yeah.
Accessibility, open drawers, not massive toy chests, but smaller containers, but not too small.
Yeah.
Have things categorized. That's really important. Legos together, Duplos together, arts and crafts together. animals together, make kind of categories of stuff so it's easier to put items back. And when the kids are really small, just put a little picture of what it is on the box.
That's a good idea,
so you know
especially if
where
they
they can
can't read.
return it.
Yeah. I'm learning lots of stuff. Are you guys learning stuff today?
That's great, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely fascinating.
Are you going to put it into practice?
I haven't got kids, so I don't have to worry about the toy thing. But the clothes thing was quite interesting. I've got a wardrobe, a sort of one of the rooms in it's just me in the house. So there's just one room which is my dressing room, and I am constantly trying to fight back it being untidy in there. But actually, I reckon the relationship I've got with the clothes, at the moment they're just all out, but I reckon I could put some stuff back that I want to keep.
Yeah.
Well, you're very eco-friendly with the shirt.
Oh yeah,
production.
It's a good shirt. It was going to be worn again for sure.
Yeah. We like that.
But I think I'll definitely. Really interesting.
I think your clothes are probably out because your wardrobes might be a bit too full.
Yeah.
So see if there's anything in the wardrobes that you can let go of, so the stuff that's out can be put back. As soon as a wardrobe is too stuffed and too full, and you have to kind of wrestle.
Quite stressful. Yeah.
Yes.
I find the winter clothing and summer clothing is a tricky one as well. Because
Especially in this country.
Yeah.
What are the seasons?
Too much. Yeah.
Yes.
Switching them by
Exactly.
season and-
What helps then is to have all year round clothes. So a wardrobe with stuff that you would wear all year round, and then have something separate for really summery things and something for the really wintry items.
Yeah. I feel like we could do this all day, to be honest, but we do have to leave it there. We're so grateful for you coming in and answering all of our questions. I, for one, need to go home and empty the top drawer in the kitchen immediately.
Perfect.
So you can come and visit my house whenever you want. You're very welcome. Ingrid Jansen, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Now, don't forget to follow Katie Piper's Breakfast Show on Instagram, where you can find out which experts are coming up and send us all your questions in. And you can listen to the Declutter Hub with Ingrid and Leslie Spellman wherever you get your podcasts.